one of the reasons I don't care for F1 because it's I don't know, those aren't really cars anymore at some point. It's like man, y'all have just you put wheels on a plane and you change the
flip
aerodynamics
the wings upside down and
you change the aerodynamics so it can't fucking take off. And now you've strapped these poor little Italian men in them and you pay them millions of dollars a year to risk their lives. I'm not super into that. And like, don't think of me as like a redneck NASCAR guy because like, Jesus, turn left some more, bro. Like I get it.
NASCAR on road courses is where it's at. NASCAR on road courses is very good. That's very good entertainment.
I was the lone Jeff Gordon fan growing up. So like when they would go out west and hit the road courses, I was always like, yes, this is how you do it. Now we see who knows how to drive. That was always fun. But I like when they're handicapped in some way. Like
sure,
I would like to like nah, we're only going to drive cars between 1970 and 1971, made in a very specific region of Germany. And it's like, wait, what?
Well, there's all different kinds of vintage racing out there. Most of it's not like broadcast on TV, but there is some really interesting stuff. Goodwood, they have some really good stuff just on their Instagram. It's Goodwood RRC, Goodwood Road and Racing, and that's in England, the Goodwood Circuit, and that's all about vintage racing. And just the clips they post on their Instagram are fucking sick. Dudes racing cars from the 20s in the rain, like fully locked up sideways. I mean, it's so good. I follow that, Goodwood Revival, and FOS Goodwood, which is the Festival of Speed. That's a hill climb they do every year. The Goodwood shit on Instagram, you guys are must follow because they've got, Le Mans cars from the 60s and $25 million Ferraris, and then shit from the 20s that looks like, carts. Yeah. Oh, the saloon class. Yeah, we've got the saloon.
Wow.
That's
Jaguar,
awesome.
Lotus and Ford saloon class racing. And
to me, like that's the sort of thing that we might actually get to the bottom of who's the better driver. And maybe that's not even the point of most motorsports. Maybe people don't care who's the better driver, but like maybe it's just about the spectacle of the race.
But some do, but there's a national pride. There's a manufacturer thing that's sort of like just like a team in there, and there are in NASCAR specifically, it's where the cars really are more of the same. It is more about the driver. In Formula One, it could be about the manufacturer or the country. In Le Mans, it's certainly about the manufacturer more so than the driver itself. NASCAR is, I think, a little more about the driver. IndyCar is certainly about the driver because all the Indy cars are literally the same. But there's a new NASCAR this year. They have a brand new car.
And a new generation.
And it's a pretty neat thing, actually. I just went to that. I was at the race they had at the LA Coliseum. Did you guys see that? There was a race in the football stadium. They built a fucking track.
Now that you mention it, I saw it. I think I saw just a screenshot from the race. Maybe there's a crash. And I did remember thinking, like, that doesn't look like the cars that I remember. Wow, that does look slick.
Here's the new cars.
It does look nice.
There's actually quite a lot of differences beyond just the looks. They have sequential gearboxes now instead of a traditional H pattern manual gearbox. They have 18-inch wheels with center lock tires instead of the 15-inch wheels they had before with the 5 lug nuts. So it used to be now it's
they hit it
once. They hit it once, just like
I don't like
Formula
that.
One.
Like that's very cool.
No, but here's the thing though, like the more complicated a pit stop is, the more skill it requires to perfect one, right? So like we see this in like video game speed runs, right? Like if it was a very easy thing to do, then the speed run would get down to like the base minimum, but everyone would have the same score. Like, yeah, we all do it in 3 seconds. I feel like they're getting close.
Described electric cars doing 0 to 60.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're all fucking dragsters. Yeah. Well, that's an argument. I mean, people have made the argument you just made that going from the 5 lug nuts to the center lock one, it makes it less interesting. Yeah.
But then again, like there's how many fans give a fuck about Richard Childress teams left rear tire changer guy. They recruited him out of Bama. They found him in a little mom and pop store. He was zipping them off so fast they couldn't believe it.
Do any of those people cheer for like the woo? Get that tire off! Like, dude, I've never been to a NASCAR.
They do, but the race is so loud I can't hear them. Yeah, I don't know. The race is loud as fuck.
How funny would that be if the one guy had a gun in each hand?
They all those cars also, they've got like a little bit different layout, different suspension. They are much more like in Australia they have a series called V8 Supercar, which is a really neat series. It's almost like watching NASCAR on the road courses where they turn left and right, and the cars are mostly the same, but they're a little more advanced than NASCARs, and these new cars are a lot like those V8 supercars. They're pretty. It seems like they're pretty cool, actually. I get your point, Kyle, about the 5 lug nuts.
Yeah,
but it's been interesting, and it'll probably get more uniform as we get throughout the season. But it's been interesting watching the teams like learn in real time, like how to do fucking pit stops on these things, and the pit stops are getting faster for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
To do. Yeah,
I bet for sure. I like it when it's dangerous as well. So like,
me too. That's why the vintage racing is fun.
Yeah, and maybe that's not a cool thing to say, because we have lost some like fucking drivers over the years occasionally, and but man,
it's hilarious. It's not cool to say that you like watching crashes, and then like the compilation highlight reel will be like fucking 2 minutes of just crash. It's like, how dare you? Now watch this. Like,
not once in that compilation will be someone like doing a slick move and coming from the outside and darting in and like outplaying somebody and going for the win. Oh my God, he moved up so far with those last 18 laps. Every lap he gained an inch, and then he won.
That was actually what was really cool about that football stadium thing, the LA Coliseum, was because you could see the entire track. It was right there. You could actually watch as someone gained a couple of feet per lap. And that actually made it, as an in-person spectator, quite interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what NASCAR would have to do, or any racing sport, to like get me as a fan, because it's I don't know. The only thing I really
Drive to Survive on Netflix.
No,
I recommend that. That has been really good for Formula One, and because it tells you the whole backstory and the narrative of what's going on with the drivers and the teams, especially the ones outside, the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I mean, it's a very well made series, and it's done amazing things for Formula One's viewership, for people who are not the front runners that necessarily would get all the traditional media coverage. And the 4th season premieres tomorrow, I think, Friday.
See, I like white trash sports though. I need some
respect.